All right, continuing on here, let's do the main body of this thing. So making sure select by element is off. I'm in polygon mode. I click on this one, control, click that one, and control, click that one. So it'll be the long one and the little bit on either side. Oh, hang on, let me see what we got here. Yeah, so this one will also include a small one on either side. So we get these three, and I'm going to try doing the other side at the same time. So control, bang. Okay, so I have both long sides done. And let us go to planar. Did it get the right thing? Looks like not. So let me try, just guessing here. Looks like Y is the right answer. All right. So I've got to turn off planar, move this thing out of the grid area. Okay. So what I'm doing is like each new part I do, when I unwrap it, it goes to here, and then I'm moving it down into a place here where I'm going to pack the UVs when we're done unwrapping and put them all back there. And that way I'll know that when there's nothing left up here in the upper left, everything's unwrapped, right? So let's see if we can see our checker patterns there. And obviously this thing's too squarish. Look at the UV thing looking like that, the planar. It's just because I turned, it must be, oops, it's just because I had it turned off, I guess. All right, putting this back down here. Let's scale vertically. So this looks squarish. Okay, and you can see that it should be about the same length as this thing is, right? Yeah. So, and it's probably close enough. I probably will scale it down uniformly a little bit. Okay. All right, so that's both sides. And now I have determined that I don't want, you can keep things, like I said, on top of each other, but that means if we have some writing here, the same writing or graffiti or whatever is going to be here, only backwards. That's pretty lame. So I'm just going to, in this one, I'm just going to select three of them, making sure I could select that in the 3D window or here and just move them up. Okay, so they're right on top of each other. Let's do this end the same way. Holding down control while I click on them. Planar doesn't look right. Looks like X is the right one. Turning off planar, moving it down. Let's scale vertically first. We want to make it about the same height as the other one. Actually, I should have scaled down uniformly first. And now I'll scale it horizontally. Okay, that's about right. And I'm going to do the same thing now. Whoops. All right, let me select it here. Okay, so the body is unwrapped. Right? And I believe what we have left to do is these vents on the side, the base, and these two handles, and these strap things reaching over here. Let's let's do the straps. That'll be kind of different. So let's click on one of them by element, right? And see, it's got it like that. And let's try this pelt thing. Okay, so this is like if you had a pelt of some animal that you had skinned, right? And they have this thing that you could stretch a small pelt. I don't know why I know this, but it's like a ring, and it pulls on it on all sides to pull it flat, and that's what this is simulating, I guess. So let's leave all the standard settings here. Let's say start pelt. That looks good. Pulls it out and commit. All right. So we'll do this will be a little more involved. We'll do one and then use the copy and paste thing to get it right. All right, let's rotate this so it's horizontal, first of all. And it seems like, let's get it off here. If I have angle snap on, at least for me, it's not going exactly correct. So I got to turn off angle snap. Just trying to get this thing put in my speech. I believe eyeballing, it's the only way to do it. Okay, so what we have now is the thing is kind of unwrapped, but it's not really working on the sides, right? You can see the top looks okay. And the sides are sort of, they're not really that important, but this going down here is not right. So here's what we got to do. Let's see, what's the best? We want to stretch these end things way out. Okay. If I'm in vertex mode, okay, and if I scale horizontally, I can straighten them out like that. And maybe this one a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Not really sure what's the best order to do these in, but all right. So let's select this end piece and control and mark here on this one. And let's see if we can, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. So stretch that out. And then I'm going to get this one and this one and stretch that out somewhat too. Okay, this looks a little screwed up here, so let me try getting this one, and this one, and stretch them out a little bit. Maybe the problem is here. Oops. Get these guys. So you have to kind of noodle with this a little bit until it looks. I guess those are pretty close together there. You know, you're probably just going to have a solid color or something on this anyway, so it's probably not super critical. All right, and we could, let's try something else here. I'm not too sure about this. Let's select all these vertices and all these, right? The 3 rings on either end. And I'm going to try scaling it vertically a little bit. I don't usually do this when I'm doing this. And then I'm going to get these ones. All right, and what I'm doing right now, I don't think it matters that much. This is good enough, trust me. So let's select by element. Polygon. All right, and edit copy. Let's get a hold of the other one. Edit paste. Okay, and then move it off there, because this is one we definitely don't want 2 uniform things. right next to each other. There's some, even if it's just like warning stripes or something, it's just too obvious when they're too prominent like that. All right, these two things are both definitely too big, right? So we scale down uniformly. It's a little hard to see, but probably something like that. I might have made them a little too fat. Okay, so something in that neighborhood. What do we got left here? Let's do these things here. Okay. I must have select by element on. Okay, select by element. And what if we just do planar on this? Planar on Y. You know, again, it's going to be a thing where this is probably going to be good enough. So turning off planar, scaling, scale. Not sure what's getting this more or less the right. Now, in theory, you could put it on top of here, but I don't think that's a good idea. Scaling them down uniformly, they should fit inside here, right? And then I'm going to select the three, or these, keep these three, edit copy, select these other three elements, edit paste, and I'm going to move them down. I want everything to have its own coordinates. All right, so there's that. Let's get a hold of the base and do planar. This thing's just going to be a solid color, not X, not Y, must be Z, okay? And I'm going to scale that down. I'm going to scale it way down because I'm just going to make this a solid color, and I'm feeling like I don't really need, I'm going to keep it the right proportions, but you know, I mean, it could be concrete on there or something, but maybe it should be the, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm gonna probably make that smaller afterwards. Okay, last thing here is this guy, right? Let's see. So let's do the top and then the bottom. Yeah. So turn off select by element, wherever I have that turned on. Must be here. Okay, so I'm going to select the top ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoops, 9, 10. Go to planar for this. Yeah, there we are. All right, turn off planar. Pull this guy out of here. Scale it horizontally so it looks about right. All right, and then it's just obviously way too big. So I will just scale it uniformly down till it's about the right size. The checkers are the right size, or it looks right here, right? And then we'll get hold of the bottom. Planar, looks good, turn off planar, scale that thing. Come on, what's going on with this? This one doesn't matter at all because it's the underside and it's going to be turn angle snap back on. Rotated 180. Come on. Put it here like this. Okay, let me see if I can scale that again this time. Okay, I'm going to make that small because I don't think it matters. It's not going to show at all. All right, so selecting these two, edit copy, then getting a hold of the element on the other side. I think I can select by element at this point. And edit, paste. Yeah. Okay, is that everything? If I go over here and like mark here around this area, there's no extra bits of junk. And there's nothing on the bottom here. So, all right. So make sure you save this thing as you go along. Okay. All right. If I go around here, everything's unwrapped. All right. So now we just need to form the thing into sort of a square, right? And we can scale it up or down to fit into there. So let's see. I'm going to put select by element on for this because, all right, there's the, make sure you don't drop stuff on top of other things. It makes it a little bit difficult. This is a little bit space wasting, kind of, but all right, let's all right, almost there. I'm making this small. And, you know, you could say, oh, I want, if you can leave this, the base big here if you want. I've just decided I'm not going to do anything interesting on it. So it's just going to be solid. So this, these guys here, maybe I can scale them down to here. This is packing the UVs, and yours doesn't have to be exactly like mine. I mean, like however you can figure out that it works. All right. You can have things right up to each other, but you don't want to make sure things don't overlap. Okay, there's a little bit of waste of space, but that's good enough. All right, so make sure that you've saved your file. Right? And you don't have to save UVs. It's saved with the file. So and then go Tools, Render UVW template, right? And we're going to make it 2048. That's a decent size. Change these guys to white. Okay, render UV template, and just hit the little disk thing. Good Lord. And I'm going to call it template 2021. All right.